Hey everybody, this is me Raman Karthik. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please go and subscribe. And don't forget to click on that bell icon to get more updates. Some weeks before, a dance video featuring two students of Kerala's Thrissur Medical College went viral. The students were Naveen Razak and Janaki Om Kumar, were resurrecting the Boney M's 1978 classic number Rasputin with the synchronized elegance and effortless charm. In this video, you could see people, these two dancing in their scrubs and sneakers also, and this went viral. And there was a tagline given as "Love Jihad." So this video is not regarding this love jihad or the dance they danced, but the song which they played. That is the that also talks about another kind of forbidden love between the mystical Rasputin and the Russian queen. So basically, today's video is about to know who is this Rasputin, where is he from, how he became so famous that there is a song on him, and who is this mystical queen. Everything will be seen in this video. As I said, please do subscribe and don't forget to share and click on the bell icon so that I whatever videos I post, you will get earlier as possible. Who was this Rasputin? After failing to become a monk, Grigory Rasputin became a wanderer and eventually entered the court of Tsar Nicholas II. Because of his alleged healing abilities, known for his prophetic powers, he became a favorite of the Nicholas' wife, Alexandra Fedornova, but his political influence was minor. Rasputin became swept up in the events of Russian Revolution and met a brutal death at the hands of assassins in 1916. So this guy's early life was little mysterious. So he was born to a Siberian peasant family around 1869. Rasputin received a little schooling and probably never learned to read or write. In his early years, some people of his village said he possessed supernatural powers, while others cite example of extreme cruelty. For a time, it was believed his name Rasputin meant licentious in Russian. Historians now believe Rasputin meant where two rivers meet, a phrase that describes an area near where he was born in Siberia. So Rasputin entered the Verkhotur monastery in Russia when with the intention to become a monk, but left shortly thereafter, presumably to get married. At age of 19, he wed Proskovia, and they later had three children. Two others died shortly after the birth. One remained, I guess. In his early 20s, however, Rasputin left his family and traveled to Greece and Middle East, making several pilgrimages to the Holy Land. And later, he, however, became a friend of imperial family. In 1903, Rasputin's wandering brought him to St. Petersburg, where he arrived with a reputation as a mystic and faith healer. Years later, he was introduced to Russian Tsar Nicholas and his wife, Alexandra Fyodorvna, who were seeking help for their sickly son, Alexis. Rasputin quickly gained their confidence by seemingly curing the boy of hemophilia. This action won him passionate support of Alexandra. Between 1906 and 1914, various politicians and journalists used Rasputin's association with the imperial family to undermine the dynasty's credibility and push for reform. Rasputin helped their efforts by claiming to be the Sarania's advisor, and accounts of his rampant lascivious behavior emerged in the press, compounding contempt among state officials. In truth, however, Rasputin's influence at this time was limited to health of Alexis. As Russia entered World War One, Rasputin predicted that calamity would befall the country. Nicholas II took command of the Russian army in 1915, and Alexandra took responsibility for domestic policy. Always Rasputin's defender, she dismissed ministers who were said to be suspicious of the mad monk. Government officials tried to warn her of Rasputin's undue influence, but she continued to defend him, giving the impression that Rasputin was her closest advisor. And after so many events, slowly whoever gains power has to downfall. So same with Rasputin's story also. On the night of December 29, 1916, a group of conspirators, including Tsar's first cousin, Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich, and Prince Felix Yusupov, invited Rasputin to Yusupov's palace and fed him wine and cakes laced with cyanide. Though Rasputin eventually became rather drunk, the poison seemed to have no effect. Baffled but not deterred, the conspirator was finally shot Rasputin multiple times. He then wrapped in a carpet and thrown into Neva River, where it was discovered 3 days later. Although Rasputin was gone, the last of his prophecies was yet to unfold. Shortly before his death, he wrote to Nicholas to predict that if he were killed by government officials, the entire imperial family would be killed by the Russian people. And his prophecy came true. 15 months later, when Tsar and his wife and all of their children were murdered by assassins amidst Russian revolution. So this is all about Rasputin, a mysterious man. People don't know much about him, but still, people have this weird story to tell to others. So if you have any much information about him, comment me down below. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.